And then that's when I called him in 2020. I said, yeah, I got him. I said, I didn't, you did. I was like, well, I'm very grateful that you helped me on my journey, and now it's been there and never looked down to me. He said, do you have a native name yet? I was like, yeah. He said, can I give you another one? He's like, yeah. So it's like, there was thunder and lightning at that courthouse that day, and that big rainbow way after you left. I was like, how the hell you know? You weren't there. And he knew. He's like, all that stuff he went through is that thunder and lightning, and when the storm David starts traveling east, he's like, and after that, there's a big rainbow there. He said, that's you. So you're Eastern Thunder Woman, Wabna Minkikwe. And he gave me the colors yellow and stuff, so I'll do my regalia in all yellow, and it's going to be beautiful when I do my first dance. And that was so healing for me, being able to call my elders back and tell them, yeah, I got him. And he probably felt so good too. And I call my grandpa Huey, he's from Chicken, and he's so proud of me. And I was like, hey grandpa, did you see me on the news? Yeah. I'm so happy for you, my girl. Keep on going. Next slide. Yeah, so there's that debate for the Bill 96, and I'm just so happy to be alive, and it's a miracle. Our ancestors are always watching over this 100 beings, and the power to the prayer. And I used to always just carry around my prayer card like this when I was on my journey, and I'd never leave it out of my hand. And they were always like, "What's in your hand?" It's like, nothing. I'm not telling you. And I just keep it like, not a tally man, but keeping that tobacco in my hand because it kept me empowered to keep going. Next slide. And I was welcomed back home on the territory by the grandmothers, and they shared their stories and gifted me a blanket and an eagle feather and a little yellow feather from Brazil. And Carabelle was there too. That's when I got honored the knowledge carrier. She asked me if I'll accept. I said, of course I will. And they did a very beautiful blanket ceremony. So there's two grandmothers that held each end of the blanket, and they're like, come stand right there. I was like, oh man, are they gonna smack me or what? Your grandma said, stand right there, and she'll give you a licking with that pussy willow branch. Oh, no. No, but I didn't get it. They wrapped their arms around me with that blanket, and I just busted into tears, and they're like, you're home, my girl, let it go, let it out. And that was so healing too, being welcomed home on the land and the territory, and that was in the Sioux. And all of our girls should have that, even if they're right here, just welcoming them out of that lifestyle, and so they know they're not alone and they're part of the community. Next slide. There's me, once again, dyeing my hair yellow, all kind of ugly colors there on there, being scared. That was at the Toronto Police Conference, and there I got a nice little pipe that everybody used to carry my pipe in. It has a wolf on it. And that was pretty cool too. I had the detective from my trial there. That was badass. I said, hit the lights, put the stripper show lights on, because we had the ballroom and stuff. They all just start laughing. I said, it's showtime. So I just like bring it into humor because it is really traumatizing to hear and see this stuff, and and then feel what you're going through in your community too. And there's the chief from Guatemala, and I gave her that eagle feather I got from the teepee, and she knew exactly what to do with it. She put it straight back in her hair, and she started crying because they're getting sexually abused down there and raped, and they're going after them. She just started crying and wouldn't stop crying, so I put that in her hand, and after she put it like that. It's like, cool, man, our people know what they're doing, even in the Amazon. Next slide. Yeah, the Amazon, they're going after the rainforest there. And the Amazon rainforest powers the whole world with rain, so I always share that part, because without the Amazon rainforest, we won't have rain. And they call it the river in the sky. It has the most water in the world. It's in the sky, and it's so when you have rain here, just think, oh, look at the Amazon rainforest is sending us rain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be grateful for it, not go, it's raining. Be happy, dance in the rain. So I have some videos that you can look up, Eaten, Branded, Bought, and Sold on YouTube. My big name on there is Phoenix, and then I did one up in the zoo. That was the one I did with the grandmothers. And then the 401 Dark Highway, this is new. And there's going to be a 60-minute video out. I don't know when it's going to be coming out, but it'll be out soon. There's a trailer on YouTube. And you could even just Google my name. There's all kind of articles and stuff. And right now I'm working on artificial intelligence, AI technology with the robot. We want to teach the robot how to find victims of human trafficking. So I was working with that. And I also know that director of criminology, that's a playlist that's songs for survivors they can go in while they're going through court. Mine was Get Up, Stand Up, Bob Marley. Yeah, stand up for your rights. And I didn't know my own strength. That's very empowering too. It'll make you cry. You know, I played that after we left Passive Courage. And that was really healing too. And I listened to that song. I'm like, yes, I did know my own strength, man. Holy smokes. And there's my virtual smudge. I don't know if we can smudge it here, but it's always nice to have stage after hearing stuff like this. Next slide. Yeah, so all it takes is one day at a time. You know, we don't have to. I used to have big long checklists, and if I can only do one thing in one day, that's what I would do. And that's how I got closer each step of the way to where I am today. And, you know, stuff still happens out there to us survivors. Like when I was in New Orleans in January, these guys kidnapped me and another survivor and brought us to another town, another city, and they separated us and then came after me again and started grabbing my legs and pulling me and pushing me inside their vehicle. And that was just in January. And then in October, this guy held a gun, put me in a headlock and held a gun to my head. And it's still happening out there. We're still vulnerable, and stuff can happen so easy within the blink of an eye. And last year I got diagnosed with Graves, Graves autoimmune, and you know, that can affect us too. Like even after going through that New Orleans, the healers came right away and started doing work on us right away. Because if we hold that, we don't get worked on from the healers. She said you can get Bell's palsy disease and autoimmune disease, and because it's stress, this is what it'll do to our bodies. So it's important to have that healing work done on us right away, because stuff like that will manifest itself. So Anishinaabe culture and healing or spirituality is so important to have that after these things happen. And this was when I went out to Banff, you know, just walking on those rocks just gave me so much power and energy, you know, feeling those big grandfather rocks around us. Even up here, there's lots of rocks and stuff to go check out on the land. The land is so magnificent. And that's my last slide, and how to get a hold of me if anyone has any private questions. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here, and Chini Wetch for having me.